Hello YouTube, BrickBeast here, coming at you with another review. This is on the TIE Advanced Prototype, 355 pieces. Let's dive right into the features. So first off, this is based on the TIE Advanced Prototype from Star Wars Rebels. Not trying to represent Darth Vader's TIE Advanced in any way. You can really see that from the side, because Darth Vader's TIE Advance's wings or solar panels are like twice as wide as these ones. These ones are pretty much as wide as the actual body. So this is it. This is specifically the Inquisitor's TIE Advanced Prototype, because he does come with it. So first feature is pretty much just the cockpit section we're going to focus on right now. So the top hatch can open up, and the bottom as well, or the front. Same piece, just two different mold, or same mold, just two different colors, I guess. One's transparent black and one's just light gray. You can see there they use a battle droid body piece there in gray, and when you flip that down, it's got a 1x1 tile there. And actually, if I take this off, it's just this small part here. I can actually get more room in there to put a minifigure in, and I'll put the Inquisitor himself in there. Bam! There he is. You can also put the TIE fighter pilot in there if you wanted to. Not at the same time, of course. And there he is in there. Now if we close that back up, I'll show you the next feature. This just kind of goes there. You put the control yoke, you lift that up to him. You can't actually hold on to it, but if we lift this and put the hatches back together, now it's closed up and he's in there. Now you can see down here, these aren't just red studs sitting there representing the laser weaponry, but those are actually spring-loaded shooters. So if I flip this around, you can see this hexagonal piece that's kind of moving around a little bit there. When you turn that, it actually fires off the spring-loaded shooters. So I'll do that for you here. I'll turn it. You can kind of see there in behind I'm turning it. And when you turn it enough, it actually fires one off. And then if you turn it the other way, fires the other one off. So that's that. Let's move on. So, by the way, I am using a stand if you haven't saw already. This is so I can show you it in its flight position, because if you don't have the stand, which I just made, it will just collapse when you try to set it down. So what you have to do is you just have to close up the solar panel there if you're going to put it on a stand. Well, if you're not going to put it on a stand, but I'm guessing that you have enough parts to make just a small stand. Mine's just 3 bricks tall and then 1 plate on the bottom, and it does a good job. This isn't that like tippy if you have just a small stand on it. So I'll put it back on there, and I'll fold out the solar panels. Now let's move on to the next feature. Now here from a top view, you can see the printing on that top hatch there. It's very nice. Got that kind of TIE fighter sunroof kind of look there with the 4 strips. It's not actually transparent, but you know, get the point across. Now here you can kind of see the outline of where everything's built up, and then it goes circular here and comes down. And then this kind of all along here is just wing, because it's very thin. That's actually done, kind of looks like the, you know, it's got that bat symbol kind of cutting into it. It's actually pretty nice looking. This ship does feel good to hold in the hand. You know, it's really swishable for kids. And it's actually really durable as well. Now on the back here, you can see they use 2 red studs just to make it more sturdy, and I thought that really just looked like brake lights to me. You know, it's really noticeable. The camera doesn't really do it justice, but it does. It just looks really looks like little brake lights. They actually use some in here as well, but you can't see that much on camera because they're kind of hidden away. But anyways, on the solar panels, they use lots of tiles and smooth parts to really smooth it out, and it looks really nice. You get that kind of angled look to it. So that's all for that. And then they use some angled parts in the front to get it more spherical. And that actually looks really nice once you have it standing up on a stand. This is a really nice display model, even though a lot of people don't really like this version of the TIE Advance because it is from Star Wars Rebels. And even though that is canon, some people just don't want to believe that that's canon. So anyways, that's all for the review. Let's get right on to the minifigures. The first figure we have here is the TIE Fighter pilot. Now, I'm not sure if it's actually, I'm not sure if they regular TIE Fighter pilots pilot TIE Advances. They might. I don't think we've seen that before. I think they just fly regular TIE Fighters because TIE Fighters are made to be, cheap and disposable. So they wouldn't so they just train kind of in mass groups. They train pilots. So it doesn't matter how good the pilots are. They just give them these cheap ships. But the TIE Advances are more expensive, more armored. So they give them to the more experienced pilots, like the Inquisitors and Darth Vader and such. So anyways, back to the minifigure. You can see he's got some nice printing. This is the Star Wars Rebels version, so he's kind of got that exaggerated bow in the mouth printing there. Same with the Stormtroopers as well. And he comes with just a regular black pistol. And on the back, he's just got some simple flight suit printing. Now, sadly, they did use a tan head underneath, so with this helmet mold you can see the tan and it really shows through. I would have liked it if they used a just regular black head, and they just use an angry glowing face, and you can see there the torso printing more. Pretty nice torso printing. So there that is. No leg printing. They kept it really simple, and that I guess that's because it's from the cartoon, and the cartoon versions of these pilots, they're really simple. Next up we have I think this is a captain, an Imperial captain, either that or general. I'm not really sure. The markings, I'll give you a close-up on the markings on him there. If someone could tell me down below what rank he is, that'd be great. I'd just like to know. As you can see there, very rare that they use anything other than gray for the suit, but they actually use tan here, which I think we see quite a bit of in Star Wars Rebels. He's just got a regular black pistol there, and he's got his kind of navy cap on there, or not the color navy, but the really formal cap with the symbol on there, just some markings. And he kind of looks like Grand Moff Tarkin, his face there. Just kind of looks like he's grumpy. And then on the back, it just shows more of that suit printing with a strap for a belt. Anyways, that's all for him. Let's move on to the last minifigure. Now here we have the Inquisitor. So sorry, but I do not have his lightsaber. If you really want to see what that looks like, just search it up on the internet or watch another review. Because I just don't have it, but that doesn't really matter right now. So first off, I like what they did here. They got him with his kind of flight helmet, kind of armor on as well. He's just pretty cool to me. I didn't really like his character in the movie at first because I was like, wait a minute, there can only be 2 Sith at once, and then I realized that it's an Inquisitor. They're just kind of mass-produced Sith. They're really disposable. The Empire doesn't really care if they die or not, because they're mass training them. So you can see here he's got quite a bit of printing actually compared to the other 2 minifigures. Get to focus there. There we go. And he's got his dual molded helmet. So it's got the red in there. You can kind of see it there. Some red plastic, which actually shows a lot because his head is white. Now, speaking of his head, there's his face print there. Really nice, actually. He looks kind of like a Darth Maul, kind of, with the face print and the creepy eyes. He's got an evil frown on him. So yeah, no double-sided head on him, because really it's not like they're going to have a happy and a mad face on him, because he's usually only mad. And he kind of looks like he's got a neck brace on with that armor piece. It looks like he's got a neck brace. So anyways, his armor piece has some nice printing on it, and on the back there's a clip for his lightsaber hilt. There's also the Imperial symbol on each side of his armor shoulders. I'll take that armor off for you so you can see what the print's like underneath. So even though I took the armor off, they still printed on the armor. I guess that's in case if you didn't want the full armor piece on him, you still have the print. So that's actually pretty nice printing as well underneath. And there he is in kind of a simpler form. That's all for now. If you enjoyed, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It would help a lot. Do that if you want more videos. And that is all. Hope you enjoyed this Brick Beast review.